Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Skill Development Conference. I'm a Japanese prefecture advisor from Nagasaki Prefecture Board of Education and in charge of this conference. This summer, about 50 new LTs arrived in Nagasaki, and now there are about 160 LTs in this prefecture. I'm sure that the Senpai LTs helped a great deal with the transition all new LTs faced, and I hope all of you will continue to support each other. We in the Board of Education often hear that you are really active and helpful in your classrooms, and also you are quite positively react to learning Japanese culture and interacting with local people. It's very encouraging for us to have such reliable people as LTs in your prefecture. First, I'll talk about this conference. A conference like this is held in every prefecture. The content is decided at the prefecture level based on the guidelines set by CLAIRE, and all LTs are requested to participate in this conference. Also, this is a good chance for both LTs and Japanese teachers to learn together and share ideas and opinions with each other at the sessions. Unfortunately, SDC is online again this year, but please remember that the working committee members and each presenter have been working very hard on preparing for this conference. Please learn many things at each session, and I hope you will make the most use of them at your school. Now, let me talk about some items related to your working regulations. I know I talked about them to the newcomers at Nagasaki Welcome Orientation in August, and the Senpai LTs have heard about them every time you attended this conference. Then let's check how much you understand the regulations. I'll ask you some true or false questions, so please answer them in your mind. Question number 1. You don't have to care about your behavior when you are away from school. The answer is false. Basically, you should always show that you have a higher standard of personal conduct than others as an educator or a public servant. Please don't behave in a manner which will damage the reputation of your contracting organizations or your school. Please be careful, especially when you drink. Some of you may know, an LT was arrested by the police some years ago. Any incident involving the police will especially disappoint the students. Question number 2. You can post student photos on your SNS. The answer is false. This is about confidentiality. You must not reveal any confidential matters you come to know while performing your duties. For example, personal information about your students or the content of an examination. Even after you complete your time on JET, you must continue to keep those matters confidential. So you are not allowed to post student photos on your blog or Facebook. Also, you should not have personal, private contact with your students by smartphone or social media. Please act in appropriate manner so as not to cause misunderstandings. Question number 3. If you have a motor vehicle, you have to get compulsory insurance and optional insurance. The answer is true. About driving, first, please make sure whether you have a valid driving license. You can only use an international driving permit in Japan for a maximum of 1 year from your initial date of arrival in Japan. To continue driving in Japan, you need a Japanese license. You can apply for it at your local driver and vehicle licensing center. And then you must take out both compulsory insurance and optional insurance in order to be fully covered. If you cause a car accident, the compulsory insurance may not cover the total amount of compensation required. Therefore, it is essential to take out optional insurance as well to make up for what the compulsory insurance may lack. When you operate a motor vehicle for duty-related matters except for commuting, you need the permission of your school or the contracting organization. Also, Japanese law is very strict regarding drinking and driving. If even a small amount of alcohol is found during breath checks by the police, or if you cause a car accident after drinking, the penalties will be extremely severe. In the worst case, you'll be arrested and fired. Question number 4. In Japan, it's common to kiss or hug someone in greeting. As you know, the answer is false. What is common in your country may not be so in other countries. Please be careful not to create misunderstandings. I'll also talk about sexual harassment. Please do not cause displeasure to your students or other employees, or cause harm to the work environment by making sexually loaded comments or actions. If you feel that you have become a victim of sexual harassment at school, please consult with your supervisor, other teachers, or the prefecture advisors. Please find someone to talk with. Question number 5. In Japan, if you possess any illegal drug, you won't be arrested. The answer is false. In Japan, the law makes no distinction between different types of illegal drugs. If you possess or use any drug, you'll be arrested. Okay, we are now done with regulations and discipline. I think you can say that Japan is a safe country in general, but natural disasters such as typhoons and earthquakes often happen. So if you haven't registered Emergency Contact Safety Confirmation System by CLEAR, I'd advise you to do that soon. Lastly, we are still in a difficult situation due to the spread of the COVID-19, but LTs in Nagasaki have a strong support network. Please continue to support each other and take advantage of this network when needed. That's all from me now. Thank you very much for your attention, and please enjoy the STC.